This week on Anything is Possible.
You made a decision not to quit. Talk about there to here.
Well, yes, I had had television deals, maybe 2 by then. I would be in Hollywood. I was in the game, but I was a mama in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I kept, there would be times when I would think, am I one of these kids on American Idol that thinks they can sing? You know, I would go through that, and I'd think, maybe I'm a nut, and I don't know, maybe I'm not.
Drums up, guns down, though.
Right.
Tell us the story.
So, Drums Up, Guns Down started about 2 years, actually 3 years ago now. In 2020, there was a string of gun violence that was happening, like, not only in our community, it got mixed into Austinese. So that's what Drums Up, Guns Down is. Drums Up, Guns Down is using the drum to advocate against gun violence.
But the world didn't know you had cancer, and it was the same energy.
Yeah.
How in the world was that possible?
The doc said, Rick, it's either diverticulitis or appendicitis, but we're going to take you downstairs for a CT scan and we'll see what's going on. Come to find out, it was diverticulitis. And they gave me an antibiotic for that and everything worked out. But while they were in there, they found the cancer. I got letters, I got emails, I got calls, people saying, we're with you, we're behind you, you're going to be all right, you're going to be fine. God working through these people to help lift me up, and in turn, that enabled me to continue bringing that energy that you were talking about on the air.
So you're there in the middle of Katrina.
Yes.
What in the world was that like?
Wow, it was tough. I was the second in command of the police district, which was in the French Quarter. I remember us busting the windows out with our sticks just so they could get some air in, and watching those people suffer and carrying ice up 11 flights of stairs to try to keep people alive was rough.
This is what was said to me immediately. Somebody said, you know, that's David Cutcliffe's son. Mm-hmm. Hilliard Cutcliffe.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You gotta have an amazing story.
Listen, if you see my mom and you see my legs, you won't be able to tell us apart. You know we're family. We get it all the time. Yeah, you know, you talk about possibilities, and you know, I'm a product of it. You know, with saying anything is possible, and I wholeheartly believe that. They were always my family, so that's when it became real. But yeah, you take a look at us, and you wouldn't even think it. You wouldn't even think it.
After church every Sunday, I used to come home and I watched this show, and you're probably old enough now, you got the gray going on, right? This show, you remember Mutual of Omaha, Wild Kingdom?
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Wild Kingdom.
Oh.
And I used to love watching that, not only for what the folks were doing as far as protecting habitats and protecting animals, but it tapped my imagination. I can be in the Serengetis one week, you know, I can be in the Everglades one week, and as a kid from Memphis, that was pretty awesome. But I didn't see anyone that looked like me doing that kind of job.
I did not know that you were at the Unitarian Church when that shooting occurred years ago. I had no idea that you were there. What happened?
Yeah, well, you know, it was a very traumatic experience, as you can imagine. It was July 27th, 2008. We dropped off my husband at the airport. He had to leave town for work, and I brought my kids, who were then 5 and 7, to church. And, you know, we were there to see this performance, and I remember very vividly, we were sitting in, you know, the second row, and then, you know, my kids were so little they couldn't see well, so we moved up to the very front pew, and the show started, and, you know, really quickly into it, we heard a loud bang and didn't know what was going on, and then screams, and I, you know, pushed my kids down to the floor and put myself, put my body over them, and then we heard a second loud bang, which was the second shot, and you know, one thing about this city is that when there are traumatic events, it does bring people together.